Ladies and gentlemen, it is a dark day in cinema. A dark day for Marvel and Disney. A dark day for YouTube, who's covering all this crap. But according to CBR.com, the Marvels, Disney is reportedly considering delaying the Captain Marvel sequel. If it's a Captain Marvel sequel, why is it called The Marvels? Captain Marvel 2? Maybe? Is The Marvels the best thing they could come up with? I don't know. Amid the ongoing WGA and SAG-AFTRA strikes, did you know that was still happening? A new report suggests Disney is looking into delaying the MCU. Why? Because you can't go on press conferences and advertise the show? Is that why? As hype steadily begins to build for the Marvels, the hotly I'm sorry. No, that was not intentional. Okay, no. Stop it. I try to be relatively serious when I record these videos. That was not intentional. I'm sorry. Let me try to read. Okay, hold on. I'm not cutting this out. I'm going to read that again. Okay. the hotly anticipated Marvel Cinematic Universe sequel may be postponed. I don't think you know what that word means. Are people really anticipating this? Okay, the only people anticipating this movie are guys like Az with Heel versus Babyface, Gary with Nerdrotic, even fucking Ryan Kinnell. He's probably anticipating the hell out of this movie. He's got some favorite parts in this one. They're anticipating it because the videos that they make are going to make so much money in ad revenue. Hey, I'm only a few subs away from that. Why don't y'all get me there too? I'm going to join the fight. Anyway, that was hyperbolic. For Bloomberg, insiders who are reportedly familiar with Disney's release schedule stated that the company is looking at pushing back several 2023 releases due to the Writers Guild of America and the Screen Actors Guild, American Federation, blah, 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 because of the strike. Okay. Primary reason being the alleged delay is the inability for performers and creative teams to promote their films per the union's request. Okay, well, don't obligate the request. Support, advertise your movie. It's already, the studios already don't give a rat's ass that the writers are on strike. Quite a few of them have already said that it's what did that idiot say? What did Bob Iger say? It's unrealistic. They had a couple of other ones that we're just going to let them strike until they lose their apartments, lose their savings, lose their apartments. A little scumbag thing to say, but it is what it is. Whether you agree or disagree with it, the studios don't care. They have enough. They could probably license enough stuff to continue making money. Most of the things, half the things, at least half of the garbage that's come out of the Writers Guild hasn't been worth the paper it's printed on. I'm still thinking about that first line. Performance, let's see, union request. Despite these claims, others have suggested that The Marvels may still make its November 10th release date, given that the marketing for the film has already progressed beyond the point of a delay. Good. Don't delay this movie. I'm excited for it. I can't wait to see it. Why? Because the box office is going to show just how much people want to see The Marvels. Whether it's Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers, who nobody knows who the hell she is unless you have Disney Plus, and, oh God, I had that backwards. What did I say? People know who Carol Danvers is. Carol Danvers is Captain Marvel. Monica Rambeau was introduced in WandaVision, only on Disney Plus. And of course, Kamala Khan will be shown off on ABC. Good move. Will it work? I probably not. Release this movie. Show just how much interest. Because one of two things is going to happen. Either the movie's going to tank, which, all basic metrics are pointing in that direction, or it's going to be $1 billion movie. It will be a miraculous success, and it will be a miracle if it's a success. I need to slow down my speech. My mouth and my brain, they don't communicate very well, in case you hadn't noticed that. One of two things. It will be an absolute dumpster fire of a failure, or it will be a surprising success. If it's a success, then hey, if it's a good movie, critics are going to make videos on it. If it's a bad movie, critics are going to make videos on it. Either way, the content creators are going to win with this. It doesn't matter. We don't sit around like I've never sat around. I've never done this, and I try not to do this in my videos. I'm not celebrating, hoping for something to be bad, but I keep an open mind. I guess, what's the word? Cautious optimism for most movies coming out of Hollywood nowadays. I had cautious optimism on Dune, Part 1, and I will have it for Part 2 because a lot of things can happen from one movie to another. Same things with Barbie. There was speculations. There's a lot of criticism on that movie. Some positive, some negative. Bit divisive. Almost polar opposites, you would say, of people reviewing the movie, but whatever. So, being cautiously optimistic for any movie that comes out and judging it as a product in and of itself, that's what I try to do. It's what a lot of these channels, that's what I hope a lot of these channels try to do. I'll give the benefit of the doubt. But nobody's hoping for stuff to fail. We want good entertainment. We want positive. We want to be able to say positive things about it and argue about the look of a costume instead of a casting choice. Does the actor look like the character? We would much rather be doing nerdy shit like that instead of, the actors and actresses in the studios coming out and insulting any and all criticism of the product that they release. Let's get back to the article. One tangent so far? Two? I don't know. How many per video can I do? Disney and Marvel Studios have yet to address this report at the time of the writing. Then why are you talking about it? So it's just speculation. Of course it's speculation. Marvels will serve as the sequel to several MCU. I did that unintentionally. MCU projects, most notably Captain Marvel. Now here's where everything gets fun and funny. Oh, it looks like we got confirmation of something. Captain Marvel, WandaVision, Miss Marvel, and Secret Invasion. So, if you haven't watched the trailer, the most recent trailer of the Marvels, it shows a very different Nick Fury. A very different Nick Fury than the one that is portrayed, the old, broken, decrepit, not the same since the blip. Oh, I'm so furious about that show. In Secret Invasion. So, the Marvels, this looks like evidence. Evidence? Confirmation. That's a better word. Confirmation that The Marvels takes place after Secret Invasion. At the time I'm recording this, the final episode of Secret Invasion comes out tomorrow. Today's July 25th. Comes out on the 26th. I can't wait to see what sort of moronic dumpster fire nonsense they put out in the final episode. I have my predictions. Not going to talk about them here, but we'll talk about them on my live stream. Bringing together the core trio of Carol Danvers. Most people who have been following the MCU should know who she is. Monica Rambeau, who was also Captain Marvel back in the 60s and 70s, maybe earlier than that. The only way you're going to know who she is if you watched WandaVision, and she's only in it briefly. And of course, Kamala Khan, who has her own show, Miss Marvel, which is on Disney Plus at the moment, but coming to ABC. So if you did not watch those other two, TV shows on Disney Plus, you're not going to know who these characters are when you go and watch the movie. I think that's extremely detrimental to the longevity of the movie. It might do well opening weekend, but then fall off a cliff week to week as far as percentage goes. Under the supervision of Nick Fury, the story will see the superheroes join together to combat a new galactic threat that was gender swapped that seeks to control the universe. A lot of comic book fans, they have already talked about it, that the Major Domo bad guy in the Marvels was gender swapped. Normies, they don't know about these things. Me personally, I couldn't care less. I'm always only ever interested in a good story, good delivery, relatively decent acting. So I'll watch the movie with an open mind. I'm a super normie when it comes to comic books and in most of their forms of entertainment. So I try to watch each show for itself without any of the background noise or where it came from. I'll talk about it. I'll talk about the criticism and the backlash and all that other stuff. But as far as my opinion of a movie, I try to judge it based on itself. And based on the trailers and the promotional photos and just everything that they've done, powers collide. One of the core parts, they go into what they talked about in the trailers of this one. One of the main things is the advertising campaign for the Marvels and how, I don't know, this was the first teaser poster that came out, and if you have a mind, I am guilty. This, some things you can't unsee, and the taint is something you can't unsee. I'll give you a minute. Once it gets in your head, you won't be able to unsee it. Taint it true, huh? But other ones like this is, oh my goodness. So if this is a real poster, Marvel design, so it might not be. I've never heard of Marvel design, but this looks like completely and totally, this looks like just regular, like CG art, not actual photos. But some of the advertising, is something like this make you excited to see the movie? Are you excited to see the Marvels? Do you have any idea who these characters are? Please don't delay this movie, Disney. We need this movie. We need this movie to come out this year, November 10th. So many people are looking forward to it. If you delay it after so much marketing, you'll make people sad. We have to have this movie. Because, as the article says, it's hotly anticipated. But what do I can't help myself. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. Are you looking forward to it? Do you know much about these characters? Do you want to see this movie? Or are you just going to wait for somebody to review it? Well, let me know what you think in the comments. Leave a like, leave a dislike. I appreciate you making it this far. Have a good one.